Hi, people. Good evening. Welcome to the English School for New Beginnings, Hartstaal, Hope, Faith, all the lineages that we're working on that side of the boards. I don't have too much to say. A lot of people contributed now in the last few days. It's month end. If you didn't contribute anything yet, if you got $10, send it to Bernice so she can load more people. The board's been moving well. I'm quickly going to go to the file. I just need to find it now. Put it here somewhere. There we go. And see. If normal, if you don't have access, ask Bernice for viewing rights so that you can go see what's going on the file. We are up to year number 65. We've got everybody in, and then 66 is the next one, where the legend is Maria B002. We need one there. On 67, 68, 69, and 70, we also need one. And then there's a few boards later on that we finished. Yeah, we've got up to 93. That's after the splits, so we're not working on them yet. You all know the strategy by now. If you're not sure about it, go watch the earlier calls. The name list is gone down now to number 244. So there's space for 12 more people. There's a few new people on here. You'll see they only got one profile. Some got their seconds already. Remember, column D is the amount of money that you contributed for gifting. We need to keep that up to date. That's where we're standing currently. Make sure in the groups that you watch if there's new profiles being registered, that you go check in on your own profiles. You know what is your first profile's name. So the second one will be number 2, 3, 4 onwards. Also very important, next week, Tuesday, it will be the 7th. The international birthday call is going to happen, and we were told in a video that was published that there will be some interesting announcements. You will never realize, you will never know what goes on behind the scenes and what we discuss to make Gift of Legacy better. And we will never say much about it. Bobby, on the Saturday update call, ask him to just give us his version of what transpired last Wednesday. That whole call was led by divine intervention. I didn't say much in the first few minutes. Suddenly there were solutions coming forth, and shortly thereafter the video was published where we will get some announcements. I am not going to tell you what it's going to be. That is for Chris and Candace to announce. They will do it officially, and then after that I will comment and explain a bit more as to all the changes that they're going to announce. It is for the good of Gift of Legacy. A few people asked me this week, have we stopped working on the boards on other lineages? No, we didn't. We keep on working. The boards are lying ready. We have loaded a lot of people on Canelian in order to generate funds for themselves and for the boards on New Beginnings. New Beginnings even got a profile on there to help sponsor people in. We're also busy with another program which we landed up in a stupid group. We're busy sorting those things out, and once we're sure that everything works as it's supposed to be, I will introduce you to that one as well. There's another thing that we also started. When did I start? On that Saturday. It looks good at this stage. I may selectively introduce people to that. I am not cross-recruiting. You are my tribe. I can do with you what I want. I want to tell you about opportunity, or even some of the older platforms. There's a platform that I've been on for many, many years, which started in 1994, trading Forex. They've now branched out in 2016 to crypto trading as well. Very solid, good platform. It is a bit expensive, But as you start receiving on the boards, the New Beginnings board, your other GL boards on Canadian and those things, then I will individually start contacting you. It is not cross-recruiting. You are my tribe. Again, I'm going to say that it is not cross-recruiting. I can do with you whatever I want. If I want to tell you what I do, so be it. If I want to advise you about property, for example, I will advise you about that. I can do whatever I want for your own. So for the people on here that is spying, it is not cross-recruiting. Right, Bernice, I know you don't like the British language. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm really very proud how we are growing. And I know Stefan taught me and always saying to me, Bernice, remember, this is not a race. And his wise words, I will always remember. And I also know that God's time, it's a right time for the boards to move. So I really got this peace in my heart that I know that what we are doing at this moment and working, me and Stefan working together, I just know that we are on the right path.
Thank you for that, Bernice. Yes, New Beginnings is moving nicely. We did have a separate call for the Hartstaal lineage of specifically 2 sub-lineages, Hope and Faith. The people must understand, if you don't work on a board, we are not going to pull magically people out of a hat or a bag. We will once in a while take the board and finish it between myself and Bernice and a few others on here. If I phone Bobby and tell him that this is how a board looks, let's finish it, then we finish the board. That's what we do. But we are not going to randomly just finish every board. It will be a board where we're already on. Why must I work on other people's board if they don't want to work? So we will work and help people on a board where we are on already. If people ask for assistance and if they're willing to work with us and follow the guidelines, yes, then I will work on any board. But there is very clear guidelines when I work on a person's board where I don't have any presence. You will follow the guidelines. Otherwise, I can't help you. We ended up now on a board somewhere, I think it was on one of the dream vehicles, where the legend flatly refused to cooperate. There were 2 builders and 2 guides on the board. I said to them, there's your links. I'll put you on a perpetual board. I will sponsor you in, and then we carry on for there. Keep on logging in there till the legend come to his senses. The legend or anybody on the board don't want to work with us, then we're not going to help you. We need cooperation. Same with what Bernice is doing on New Beginnings, on Hartstaal, on the Hope lineage, on Faith lineage, any other Hartstaal board. She talks to the people on the board, get cooperation, see what we can do, and then we start working on the board. So you must always understand that. Now, Canadian is a way to get more funds available. But again, we're sitting with a situation of don't just sponsor people blindly in. I've found many people on boards, when you contact them, they've got no idea that they're on a board. Their phone number is there. Somebody registered them. But they've got no idea what's going on. They don't even know their Zoom calls. So make sure you train the people. And I can tell you now, the announcement on the 7th is going to be good. It's going to cause momentum. Get the word out there. Start training the people now. We are doing a Saturday weekly crypto training call. First one was this last Saturday. Lisa presented it. I am going to maybe schedule one call somewhere in the week in Afrikaans, where Bernice can tell you a bit more about crypto. Bernice got herself into a state of extreme comfort on cryptocurrencies. It's not something that you need to be scared of. Cryptocurrency is not that difficult. Even if you make a mistake, somebody sent me the wrong address to transfer money to them, and it was a USDT address, but it was the wrong address. And then I don't know where she got this address, and then she phoned me. Sorry, she sent the wrong address. We managed to get that money back. There is ways to do it, because you've got a a transaction page that you can trace the transaction number. So there's nothing to be scared about. If you really make a bugger up of an address that you send money to, yes, that is going to be lost. You can't send Bitcoin to USDT or USDT to Bitcoin. But there's nothing to be scared about. If you need help, contact us and we will allocate somebody to help you, even if it takes 10 to 20 minutes. We will make the time to get everybody comfortable with cryptocurrencies. We need to go to crypto, whatever platform you use. When you move up the boards, the gifts are going to get big. How are you going to explain to the taxman where that all that money is going to come from? They're going to grab some of your money. So let's use crypto and rather use it in that fashion. I did have a call on a crypto card that we're testing called Infinity Club Card. It's got a lot of functions. It's got 150 different fiat coins on there, or fiat currencies for the different countries. It's got a lot of crypto coins. You can use it to buy, if you got the physical cards, your groceries at your local grocery store. You can withdraw money. Just make sure everything is in the right wallet. If you can't withdraw Bitcoin at an ATM machine, but you can change the Bitcoin to your local currency and then withdraw it. So those things we're going to start slowly introducing. There's a few other cards that I'm also testing. I think there's 2 others that I'm waiting for the physical cards. If it works, then I will announce it and we'll have a call on it and introduce you to the different ways. It works like a normal bank card. Got a MasterCard sign on or Visa sign, and it works like a normal card. Even got a chip in. So there's a lot of interesting developments and a lot of things to make our lives easier. And remember, if you've got a card with these cryptocurrencies, then you take the control away from the people that's been trying to manipulate you for centuries. Get the money into the pockets of the people instead of the elite. All right, that's all I've got to say tonight. Is there anybody that's got any questions at this stage for myself or Bernice or anybody else? No questions. All right, then I am going to nominate something to tell me about their journey on New Beginnings and Hartstaal. If you just find somebody who's on both. The woman who speaks too much and send me too many messages. Oh, but at least it's calmed down now. Do you know who you are? Unmute and start telling us about your journey on New Beginnings, on Hartstaal, on the other lineages, and on Gift of Legacy. I want some testimonies once in a while. Miriam, unmute and start talking, please.
You're talking
Yeah, that was
about
fast.
me.
You
I've
knew
been
it
very
was you.
quiet lately, but Captain, may I please share something else, something very personal tonight?
Yeah, feel
okay?
free. Anything you want to say. Any positive news is always good
Okay.
news.
Yeah, it's just today is a very special day. So I want to tell you a little story. Most of the people on the call weren't around 50 years ago, 1973. But something very special happened on the 27th of February, 1973. In the morning of the day, a young woman arrived in South Africa. She came from Germany, but she's actually from Finland. And she had a plan to stay in South Africa for a year or two. And today, 50 years later, she's still here. So
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with your signal.
50, I thought that's my story. Oh no, did you not hear me? Oh, I've got
No,
problems
just
with
tell the whole
signal
thing in less than a minute.
continuously.
Start over. Start over. We've got time.
Oh dear, now I don't hear you.
Okay. Can anybody else just let me know if you can hear Miriam or not?
What I was saying is that I
Can't hear.
can
Can't hear.
anyone hear?
It's very broken.
Miriam, we're not gonna hear your story tonight. Your signal is bad on your
type my-
side.
Sorry.
We're gonna give you a chance next week to repeat this piece that you wanted to share with us. Okay, so now you can be prepared for next week, right? Let's see somebody else who's been on a lot of things with us. Kobus, please share your story with us in English.
Now you're asking for a miracle. Yes, no, I've joined let's call it gift of legacy from the previous domains and everything else. I had a couple of profiles on that system on that at that stage. Eventually the Hartstaal portion basically came in, and I've basically brought myself into quite a number of profiles on the Hartstaal portion. Amazing people I've met during the time, and then eventually people like my main introducer to the system, Saret, and with the help of Bernice, they got me into the New Beginnings, and I'm truly blessed in terms of those people that came across my path and helped me in the process. True amazing people, and giving all they've got for us, and we much appreciative of that. All the other people, the support, the people that's been working around on the backgrounds and everything else, we really appreciate what you've been doing and all the support that you've been given us. Lately, I've joined with Bernice. She introduced me to the Binance. I had a Binance account already, and but I was so afraid of the crypto environment. I haven't got enough fingers on my hands, not that I've lost any, but the number of calls I had with people, and I just said, get away. I don't want to talk about crypto and anything else. Bernice helped me quite a bit in terms of understanding it, and I can truly say today I did my first withdrawal and draw, and posted that into the C12 environment without any help, and I've also funded some money into my Binance account. So I'm very chuffed about that, and it's only thanks to people like the people on the call that support and help us in order to get there. There's a lot of other things that you're busy with, Captain, and things that you helping us with, and we appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much.
Now we're here to help. We're here to help. The crypto was eventually not so difficult for you. If you just take it step by step, then it all goes well.
100%.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Right, Miria reckons he's back on her phone. She may now be able to talk to us. Miria, start talking so we can hear if you can still breaking up or if your signal is better.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Much better. Carry on.
Okay.
Have fun.
I'm on
Tell
my
us
phone
about
now.
what happened to you.
Okay, I told you a story from 50 years ago. On the 27th of February in the morning, I arrived in South Africa with the plan of staying here for a year or two. And now 50 years later, I'm still here. So I'm giving away my age. But you knew anyway how old I am, Captain. And when my son was born, I had been here for 15 years, and I thought that was forever. And now, another 35 years later, I'm still here. So today is the 50th anniversary of me arriving in South Africa. So that's my story.
That's a long time. So that was in 1973.
Exactly, 27th of February, 1973. And my plan was to stay here for a year or two.
What made you decide to stay in this beautiful country?
I never decided. It just happened. I never decided to stay. After 2 years, I was actually ready to go back. And then I thought, I'll stay for another year. And that became another year. So I say, my passport still says that I'm Finnish. My heart says I'm an African. So I'm not a South African, I'm a Finnish African, if that makes any sense.
Good. Yeah, you can call yourself a Finnish African by now. You've been here long enough.
Yeah, so that's my story. And I'm
Good.
grateful to be in New Beginnings and everywhere else. But today, that was my story.
Good. Yeah. Congratulations on the 50 years that you lasted with us. Now, we can be
Thank
difficult in
you.
South Africa, but once you start getting to know us, you can see that most of us can work together. Our
Yeah.
work is to get the people that don't want to work together to understand cooperation is the only solution for a good and safe society. But we'll get there.
Exactly.
We'll
Yes.
tackle them one. Look at Krista here. What is he calling you? A Finrican. How do you pronounce that, Krista?
Yes, Finnish and African, Finrican.
Finrican, yeah, that's a new name for me. Yeah. Is
That's
there
a new
anybody
one.
else that
Thank you.
want to say anything with us? We've got enough time. I'm now on Lizette's profile, which you made available to us, where there's no time limit. I can talk for 3 hours or 4 hours if you want to, if there's a need. Anybody else wanted to add something?
Can I nominate someone?
Yes, you may nominate somebody.
Raquel?
There
Raquel?
we go, Raquel.
Hi, good afternoon. Wait, which Raquel? Is there more than one?
No, it's you. You're the only Raquel on here.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I was a little late today because there's so many Zooms that's scheduled. So this one I actually almost missed. I don't have anything. I don't usually have anything to say. I'm not even a good public speaker, but I just want to express gratitude to you, Stefan, and Bernice, of course. And I'm just excited about the groups that that I've joined. Oh, and one thing I must say, through me assisting Christine, someone else that wishes to remain anonymous was inspired to also donate. So I was able to go ahead and send funds to help, assisting Christine in whatever she needs. So I thought that was really good. That's all I have for today. And Mirha, congratulations on 50 years.
You're talking about Christine in Kenya with the water challenges that they've got there.
Yes, Kenya and Christine.
Oh, good.
Christine and Kenya.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, they're going through a very difficult drought there. That's why well, very important thing about the communities that we're in, irrespective of what the platform is, I drag a lot of people to each new thing that we test and eventually sign people on, is that the people started communicating better. Up to about 4 weeks ago, I frequently had to remind people, do not send me or tag me in a group. If you send me a private message, I'll get to it. It's getting better. I'm working down with the messages, like becoming less and less. Communication in the group started better. A couple of weeks ago, just before I went to hospital, we had somebody making stupid remarks. I never deleted those posts. It was Yaku, our policeman. And people realized quickly that don't post negative stuff. If you got negative things to say, talk to me so I can see if there's a solution maybe for it. Or talk to somebody that can help you, Bernice or Bobby or some of the experienced people on here who is very well equipped to manage problem solving. If you got a challenge or issue, there's no reason to go to be negative on a group. Ask us and then we can find a solution. I may advise you to post on the group if it will help the rest of the group. But we don't want negative stuff. So the groups in general started becoming more positive. Somebody in another group on a platform that a lot of us joined that collapsed, renamed the group. I need to go find that name and let me just go check what it is called now. More scam opportunities. It was changed to more scam opportunities. That's how we can joke about these things. If you land up in a platform that we're testing and it fails, we'll make up the money for you in other ways. But we can laugh about it. We can laugh about it. That is how it works. So community, the sense of belonging to a community is much stronger than when we started this journey with a few people. And for that, I'm very thankful and happy. Very thankful. There's a person who sent me out of the blue a WhatsApp voice note today. He introduced himself properly, said sorry for the voice note. He's not in a situation where he can type. And then he asked his question and I responded and he said thank you. Sometimes, up to a few months ago, people will just burst in, they don't even say hello and just bombard you with questions. So the communication side is getting better. I'm happy about that. It's a lot better. I do understand some people struggle with different languages. So be it. But we can always be accommodating of that. If you are from a country with a very strong accent, south of Spain, finds it difficult to speak English properly. Some areas of America, there's a person I speak to on a daily basis, he phones Benice as well. He's got a weak signal, a very bad signal, and the accent it's horrific. It's a struggle to communicate with this woman, but we sometimes sit through that 20-minute call because it's important. So that patience that you must have with people because they don't speak your language, that has come to the front. I like it. All right, is there anybody else that want to add something? All right, then we're done for today. The recording will be up. My signal is not too bad today. The signal is reasonably well, so I'll may have the thing up before 8 o'clock. And then you can all watch the recording and the people that was not on here. The Zoom schedule is posted. Raquel, it's not so many Zoom calls. Yesterday, I went through 9 hours of Zoom calls in total. 9 hours. So to be on one call a day is not that bad. All right, you can unmute, shout bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I've got, let's just quickly check at the schedule. We've got 10 o'clock South African time for the Americans. I will record a strategy call on Canadian. I will give a status update at 11. Tomorrow evening, we're going to have for the Hope and the Faith sub-lineages on Hartstaal a call. Thursday is Hartstaal in Afrikaans. Saturday dream updates at 1 o'clock. Crypto guidance call will be at 2:30 on Saturday. We will try to have the world map competition. I was too tired last week. The rematch this week. For the people who I must still sponsor profiles in, just send me a message so I can remember what that was before I went to hospital. So it's not part of my memory anymore, and I can't find the page. I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't find the page anymore. And then motivational call. Last night's motivational calls I had to postpone. My cell towers was very weak, and Andrew had a power outage from the morning. So we will hopefully be on this Sunday. So that's a schedule for the next few days. Right. Shout bye. Have a nice evening. Make ready for some announcements next week, Tuesday. And I will, in the meantime, start feeding you bits and pieces of what may come or may not come. I may or may not know the future. Right. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
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 Bye.